Hello guys, this is Keenan Sean's Vids, and today I'm going to be making a video for my thoughts and opinions for Rome Total War, Rome 2. It's coming out soon. I've been watching the trailer a lot lately, so I just thought I'd give you my opinion of what should be in the game, um, and what another Total Wars, and I hope which ones they make, and my ideas for how to make it better and stuff, and hopefully they will be there. So let me see. I've split it out into three things: politics, war, uh, and diplomacy. Yeah. So let's start with war first. Uh, I think they should make probably the barbarian factions a bit more playable. I find them very hard to play with because it takes a very long time to set them up, which is kind of a bit true in real life. But it should. I think they should make it a bit more accessible, a bit more return the money to you, because it was very hard in Rome 1. I found it very hard to play as any other barbarian faction other than Britannia, because Britannia is obviously the best. Um, so yeah, that's the one. Barbarians, I think, should be have a bit more power. They shouldn't really as they should probably put in more barbarian factions, which they obviously will. But I mean, like, they should be more barbarian factions, and they should have kind of units, kind of like units, kind of rebel units that could join your army in, like, when you're marching through, and you're a barbarian and it's a recently barbarian conquered territory, and then like there should be like units that flock to your army, as it were, because they like your cause. I think the barbarians are probably a thing. The eastern factions as well. They're very hard to play with as well, I find. Um, they should probably give them a small bit stronger infantry, but like not a massively strong infantry. They're really a cavalry, cavalry factions. So I don't want to do that, but I just want to have an infantry. I prefer to have an infantry that would actually at least hold them, not like Eastern infantry or hillmen. Uh, Not really like Pontus as well, but yeah. So let's see. Mm, I what else is there? Uh, Greek phalanxes. Yeah, I think Greek phalanxes are a small bit overpowerful. I mean, trying to beat they could be lose to militia hoplites, if you know what I mean. There are ways you can lose to they other phalanxes. I think they should probably bring them down a tiny bit, but not to make sure that they're very strong at the front, not that powerful in the back. And once that they're off their phalanx, they should be a lot weaker than they actually are, because they've been trained to fight in lines, tightly packed lines with shields and spears hanging out. So yeah, I think that'd be war. They were talking about, like, you can disembark. They're gonna make the cities bigger. But is that really kind of the best thing? Disembarking is good, and I like the way they're making the cities bigger, but don't make them massive, if you know what I mean. Don't make them like huge. And they're probably going to overpower some units as well. Rome will always be overpowered. So yeah. Diplomacy. They said that it's going to be a bit more like Empire, that you can like click on the faction you want and thing. I hope it's going to be like Shogun, where you have to discover the clans first, and like the places around the Mediterranean. I think that like the places around the Mediterranean, the civilized factions, get to have the advantage of all knowing each other. All the ones around the Mediterranean, like Egypt, Greece, Rome, all these factions, Carthage, these factions should be able to talk to each other immediately, while the others you have to discover first, and then you send. Then like there's a diplomat you have to pay to be in there or something like that to make it a bit more realistic. Um, that's it for the diplomacy, I think, and obviously allies that will stay with you to the end. Doesn't happen in most of the other total wars. Maybe Empire, but not really. They can still turn against you if they're close. Empire, Napoleon, especially Napoleon, I think. No, especially the old one. That's really it, I think. And then there's politics. They were making the idea of the provinces. The provinces that like in each province there could be um, that in each province there's going to be like there's going to be like 4 regions, and it's easy. They're making it easier for you to manage everything because some people hate like micromanaging. I don't mind micromanaging, but some people hate the micromanage. Like in Medieval 2, probably the worst game for micromanaging. It has like merchants, princesses, diplomats, assassins, spies, the whole fucking shebang. Some people didn't really want. Some people don't want to do that. Like in Shogun, there's a few Asians as well, so they decided just to make it easier for you to They said they just decided to make it easier for you to micromanage and put all of 4 regions, let's say, in one province, and then the province you can decide what to do with the province, what taxes to take down, and all this. So I don't know. I don't know what happens when you take a region. Do you partly own the province? Or do you have to conquer? If it's an end, you have to conquer all the other things before you get to the province. I'd say it's the last one. Before you own the province, you might have a stake in the culture, and I think they should do what they do in Europa Universalis Rome as well. Like I don't like the game, but I played it a tiny bit. I've seen some things that I thought might be good for Rome too, like the idea of not starting off in one starting year, but rather you can choose who the years you want to start from the First Punic War all the way up to the first Emperor Augustus, and you could conquer Europe from any one of those, and there'll be loads of points in between, like Hannibal's Second Punic War, the Cimbri invasions in the north, all those things, and you could also add some good expansions as well. My ideas for expansions would probably be like Marcus Aurelius, or Marcus Aurelius or Aurelian, one of them two, or something a bit more around the time, like Hannibal's campaign into Italy. I like Hannibal's campaign into Italy would be a good expansion, and probably a barbarian expansion, or like, or yeah. So those 3 ones probably be ones I pick for expansions anyway, because they already did all the other ones. So yeah, I think that is all I would like in the game. Yeah, I think that's all I think that I have to share with you. Probably people were asking, should the campaign be a bit more eastward? I don't know if I'm for that. Probably to reach India, not like all of India, but just a part of it. And if you're the Seleucids, which I hope they're still in there, they're a good enough faction. If you're the Seleucids, you could go and conquer India, and then kind of like make Alexander's empire if you're trying to create a complete, and then move into Western Europe like that. Yeah, so India would be good, but not too far eastward like China. Probably like up in Central Asia, and some more kind of things. Not Mongolia, that'd be too far. I don't want to go. You don't really want to go too far into it. Yeah, just a bit of North Africa. That'd really be it. They should probably add a bit more factions as well. I already said that, but I mean like more major factions. Like some of the factions, like Dacia should be a major faction. There should be like, what else? Also, I think the whatever that faction's called. Can't think of it now. But anyway, I think Dacia should definitely be a major faction because like it really is around the time of, let's say, Trajan, before Trajan's time, and a bit more before that, and like before, you know what I mean, just before, around it was conquered by Trajan. They were on the rise, as it were. They were conquering east. They were going eastward and westward. So yeah, they were expanding around that time. I think they should be in it. So yeah, hopefully Rome will be a good game. And what kind of total wars would I like to see being made? People saying World War I and World War II. Yeah, I think it's good, but I think they should probably do something like a carry on from Empire, like they should do like Victorian Total War or something like that, where European colonies were probably at their height, and then you could add like something like an expansion, like the Boer War, or something like that, or like, and then yeah, World War One, then World War Two, and then probably the Cold War, and then like a future thing. And it should probably go back to the Empire 2, Napoleon 2, Rome 3. Yeah, so I think that's all it. I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not really sorry for not the brilliant ideas, but you can leave a comment and see what you think should be in the game, or vice versa. If you agree with me or anything like that, or if you don't agree with me, you can just send it, write a comment, and I'll try to post it back to you. Yeah. So see you, YouTube.